facing the 12th rank Supreme Dharma. Body Pangu, true body, Xiao showed not the slightest fear. After throwing the Destruction Flame Lotus, he followed up with the Emperor Lotus. Picking up from where we left off, I do not seek to obtain it, only to understand it. When these words came from the Taixu sacred flame, Long Yuan was momentarily stunned, looking at it in surprise. In this vast world, someone actually treated mere understanding of something as a lifelong pursuit. After hearing this, Xiao smiled. To use the most perfect plane embryo to pursue one's goal. Senior Sacred Flame, your thirst for truth is truly rare in the great thousand world. I accept this deal. The Taixu Sacred Flame chuckled. Good, good, good. One of my two great obsessions has finally found its resolution. One of two, Xiao asked in confusion. May I ask what the second obsession is? You want to know? The Taixu Sacred Flame narrowed its eyes. This second obsession concerns you. And also the Tushi Ancient God's Flame. It's simple. Taixu Heavenly Venerable is my direct disciple. And you can be considered the successor of the Tushi Ancient God's Flame. Thousands of years ago, I was defeated by it. Thousands of years later, you two meet. This is the cycle of the heavenly Tao. Xiao was stunned, so it wanted him to spar with Taixu Heavenly Venerable. But I won't let you act for nothing, the sacred flame continued. If you cannot defeat my disciple, I will still accompany you to the Danling great region. But if you win both my disciple and I will go with you, how about it? Before the words even settled, Xiao stepped forward without hesitation. Deal. The Taixu sacred flame smiled at his confidence, then vanished and appeared on a distant mountain peak. Long Yuan also retreated. On the plain, only Xiao and Taixu Heavenly Venerable remained. Xiao stared at him. This was his first battle against a Heaven Supreme since arriving in the Great Thousand World. My master has a rule, Taixu Heavenly Venerable said. I can only fight one person every 10 years, and I cannot lose. Since the age of 15, I have fought 27 battles, only 2 defeats. And you will be my 28th opponent. He cupped his fists. My name is Taipang, disciple of the Taixu Sacred Flame, revered by all beings, known as Taixu Heavenly Venerable. Xiao returned the gesture. Xiao from the Dochi continent. Some call me the Lucky Guy, the Revenge Guy, the Flame Lotus Guy. You can also call me the Flame Emperor. As their voices echoed, even from afar, Long Yuan and the Sacred Flame could feel it. 2 terrifying auras descended, enveloping the world. After activating his power, Xiao took a deep breath. At that moment, Taipang suddenly retreated. Yet as he retreated, his palm seemed to pierce through space, reaching toward Xiao Xiao instantly withdrew, but he was still a step too slow. His body was already trapped within a massive sphere of light. When he regained awareness, he found himself tens of thousands of miles in the sky. A devastating punch struck from behind. However, Xiao body instantly transformed into brilliant flames. The flames spread rapidly and reformed behind Taipang. In Xiao hand, a dazzling flame lotus had already formed. Destruction Flame Lotus. Sensing danger, Taipang's expression turned serious. As he turned, the lotus shot toward him like a meteor and exploded. A world-shaking explosion erupted in the sky. Yet both remained unharmed, because at the moment of detonation, Taipang used his Heaven Supreme power to instantly shift that entire space away. This was not ordinary spatial movement, but closer to the ability of a plane embryo. A Heaven Supreme's heavenly soul originates from the divine soul, merging with heaven and earth, allowing them to control the world within a certain range, forming a domain governed by their will. Within this domain, their heavenly soul is like a self-aware plane embryo. This power can even function in lower planes, even replacing the original plane embryo. This is the true terror of a Heaven Supreme. Xiao you are very strong, Taipang said calmly. You too, Xiao smiled. Then, both figures vanished simultaneously. The battle entered an entirely new level. After continuous spatial collapses, They finally stopped teleporting. Tai Pang stood tens of thousands of jang away. He began forming ancient and complex seals. Space twisted, forming a massive black and white vortex. From it, a giant holding a colossal axe slowly emerged. Below, Long Yuan's expression changed drastically. The 12th rank Supreme Dharma Body, Pangu True Body. The Pangu True Body was once part of the legendary Pangu Body, one of the top 10 primordial Dharma bodies. The Pangu Body ranked third among them, the strongest human Dharma body. Above it, second was the Divine Ancestor Body, pinnacle of all divine beasts. And first, the Heaven Body, a form beyond all comprehension. It fused the entire Great Thousand World into itself. As long as the world exists, it cannot be destroyed. Only the ruler of the world can wield it. Tens of thousands of years ago, during the apocalyptic war, the owner of the Pangu Body, surrounded by powerful enemies, split it into 4 parts before death, scattering them across the Great Thousand World and lower planes. Of these, the strongest fragment became the 7th-ranked primordial Dharma Body, now controlled by the War Emperor of the Western Heaven Hall. The second strongest, ranked 12th, is the Pangu True Body, wielded by Taixu, Heavenly Venerable. Summon your Supreme Dharma Body as well, Tai Pang said. But before he could finish, Xiao had already appeared before the Pangu True Body. With a wave of his sleeve, boundless Emperor flame surged out like a tidal wave. In an instant, it condensed into 1,000 jang brilliant lotus. This was the Super Destruction Flame Lotus, also known as the Emperor Lotus, one of Xiao most powerful attacks. This was Xiao first battle against a Heaven Supreme after arriving in the Great Thousand World. Do you know who won in the end? Let's continue. Explode. Boom. As a low shout burst from Xiao mouth, a destructive energy fluctuation erupted from the Emperor Flame Lotus. A blinding light bloomed across the sky 10,000 miles high. Only after dozens of breaths did the earth-shaking explosion finally resound. At this moment, Long Yuan and Taixu sacred flames stared intently at the scene. As the light gradually faded, the revealed sight was shocking. The space at the explosion's center had completely collapsed. Nearly 1,000,000 miles of void had been utterly shattered. And there, the Pangu True Body had vanished without a trace. Could it be? Even such a supreme physical body couldn't withstand the impact of the Emperor Flame Lotus. Just as they were puzzled, the shattered void suddenly trembled violently. The broken space stirred again. After more than 10 breaths, a giant figure holding an axe slowly stepped out from the cracks. During the explosion, the Pangu True Body had been blasted directly into fragmented space, yet it returned completely unharmed. This caused Xiao expression to darken slightly. How is that possible? Long Yuan exclaimed in disbelief. Ta Pang looked at Xiao and said, "Bring out your Supreme Dharma Body." Xiao narrowed his eyes. He hadn't expected his Emperor Flame Lotus to be blocked purely by brute physical strength. Taking a deep breath, a flame rune slowly appeared on his forehead. Under everyone's gaze, Emperor Flame began to surge from his body, completely enveloping him. After transforming into the Flame Emperor, a dazzling ruler about 1 zhang long appeared in his hand, a miniature version of the eternal Flame Ruler. In the sky, on one side stood the towering Pangu True Body, tens of thousands of feet tall, holding a giant axe. On the other, a small figure of flame, only a few feet tall, holding a fire ruler. Compared to the giant, he looked extremely insignificant. "You are hiding your strength before," Ta Pang said solemnly. "Or is this strange form your Supreme Dharma Body?" Xiao grinned. "I'm not sure whether it counts as a Supreme Dharma Body, but a Dharma Body is only one way to enhance combat power. This is a form I comprehended upon advancing to Heaven Supreme, and it may not be inferior to your Pangu True Body. I call it Destruction Flame Body." Hearing this, Ta Pang said, "Then let me see whether your Destruction Flame Body truly lives up to its name." He raised his right hand. Ancient black and white runes appeared across his arm, one strike to decide the outcome. As his voice fell, the Pangu true body behind him raised its giant axe in sync. One strike to decide it. Just what I wanted, Xiao murmured. He tightened his grip on the eternal flame ruler, and suddenly, the entire world transformed into a blazing inferno. All things in heaven and earth were converted into Emperor Flame energy. This was one of the most terrifying aspects of the Destruction Flame body. A boundless sea of flames spanning hundreds of thousands of miles gathered into a tidal wave, then converged toward the ruler. At the same time, a deep voice came from Tarpang, Emperor of 10,000 Flames. This strike is my respect to you. With that, his hand chopped down. The Pangu true body mirrored the motion. The giant axe cleaved across tens of thousands of feet toward Xiaoyan. Facing such a terrifying attack, Xiaoyan roared, "Destruction, eternal flame ruler." As the shout fell, the massive flame power gathered on the ruler erupted, colliding head-on with the black slash from the Pangu true body. High in the sky, fragments of space rained down like a storm. Yet Xiaoyan and Tarpang still stood facing each other. Tarpang was the first to move. He withdrew the Pangu true body and took a deep breath. Seeing this, Xiaoyan also dispelled his destruction flame body. As expected of the Emperor of 10,000 Flames, Tarpang said calmly. He could feel that the previous strike had consumed nearly half of Xiaoyan's energy. At the same time, his own Pangu true body attack had also exhausted him greatly. Brother Tarpang's Pangu true body is the strongest Dharma body I've ever seen, Xiaoyan replied. From that exchange, it was clear that the two were evenly matched. Neither had won. You didn't disappoint me. You're no weaker than Tu Shi ancient god back then. At that moment, a figure appeared between them. It was Taixu sacred flame. He looked at Xiaoyan and smiled. But my disciple is not bad either. Disciple failed to win and has disappointed master. Tarpang cupped his fists respectfully. Taixu sacred flame shook his head. Number, you both exceeded my expectations. Then he looked at Xiaoyan. Including you, my disciple has fought 28 opponents. 2 defeated him, 3 ended in a draw. You are one of those 3. You flatter me, senior. I was just lucky. As Xiaoyan spoke, Long Yuan appeared beside him. Since Xiaoyan didn't win, then only Taixu sacred flame will accompany me to the Danling great domain, right? Taixu sacred flame smiled. Not just me. My disciple will also go with you. Xiaoyan was stunned. But senior, I didn't win. Hehe, I consider both of you winners, so I must fulfill my promise. He waved his hand at Tarpang. Prepare to depart. Go fetch the heavenly axe, we may need it. Xiaoyan cupped his fists. Thank you, senior. I will repay this favor in the future. Taixu sacred flame waved it off. I simply admire you, and since you're willing to help me with the plane core, I should at least show my gratitude. After about a dozen breaths, Tarpang returned. On his shoulder rested an ancient stone axe. It was about half a jang in size, covered in moss and rust, rough and ancient, giving off an ominous aura. Let's go. There are 4 or 5 great domains between here and the Danling Great Domain. It will take about an hour. As Taixu Sacred Flame finished speaking, he waved his sleeve. The world distorted instantly. Xiaoyan and the others felt as if they had crossed space and time. When their vision cleared, they had already traversed tens of thousands of miles, rushing toward the Danling Great Domain at incredible speed. Meanwhile, billions of miles away, on the primordial continent, one of the 10 supercontinents, within an ancient and secluded forest, a stern man floated in the air. Before him stood an old man blocking his path. Xianxia, are you leaving the clan? The old man asked coldly. Where are you going? What, Grand Elder? As the clan leader of the Buddha clan, do I need to report my movements to you? Xianxia replied coldly, his tone filled with dissatisfaction. Then, his figure vanished into the heavens and earth.